Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Guys, it's been a while since I've been here, but hey, I'm here now. Let us get into business. So today I'm doing a story time. Well, I love doing story times, guys. I enjoy doing story times because it's like those stories that I had that I always want to tell people when I'm like, oh my gosh. But then, when I'm telling it through my phone and it's there on YouTube, it's like, oh my gosh, okay, so many people are looking at my stories. By the way, my video reached 3K views on YouTube, and I am so grateful. Guys, I appreciate your time because I know it takes time to watch someone on YouTube. Plus, my videos are a bit long. I appreciate your time and thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would like to hear from you guys, and I would like for you guys to help me reach my goal, which is 1K. Don't worry, I will be consistent from now on because yeah, we've dealt with a lot. Anyways, I don't want to dwell much into that. Let's go to the story time. Guys, I got my spoozer because what's a story time without a spoozer to help me tell the story? Anyways, so the story is about the time when I almost slept in the public toilets. I almost slept in the public toilets, guys, and I'm not lying. I swear it was back in varsity. I stayed at Ray's, guys. By the way, I stayed at Student Digs, right? I stayed at Ray's, and um so the reason why I mentioned my race is because I want you to understand um the situation, basically the situation of how I ended up, almost sleeping in a public toilet somewhere in Bramfontein. Anyways, okay, back to the story. So, first things first, disclaimer. Um, the story is not about you, it's about me and what I went through. In no way am I trying to offend anyone with these stories. I'm just telling you guys what I went through, my experiences, as you are keeping up with. Anyway, so guys, it was a Friday because I think it was my last year in varsity. Yes, my last year in varsity. It was a Friday that day. It was a Friday afternoon, and I had no plans, guys. I had no plans. I was chilling with my roommate. We were just chilling, nothing much, you know. We were just minding our own business. So a friend of mine, Lexi, right? She came to our room and she was like, "Girl, my guy friend called and she said there's a party advert, right? There's a party advert." So I'm like, okay, uh, a party again. Outside, you hear, right? You hear there's a story. There's another story time based on this. There's another story time based on this. So you know why I was like this. Why I was like another party, and then she was like, no, he told me that he was sorry, and this time it's gonna be him and his friend. We are just going to the party, right? They just need to have like a group of people going to that party. So I was like, okay. Oh, okay. I mean, we don't have plans anyway, so my roommate was game. Let's call my roommate pretty pretty oh, pretty. We'll call her Pretty, right? Because she was cute, nice, petite and everything. So we'll call her Pretty. Name. Uh, so we were like, okay, we're game. We started preparing ourselves while we were pre-gaming, pre-gaming, drinking and everything. So we're preparing ourselves. We're just making sure that we're gonna have fun. Whether the things that happened before are gonna happen again, at least this time we are just gonna have fun, right? So we finish dressing up, we go. How do we get there? We walk because the ladies do not have cash. Guys, I was broke in varsity. Damn. Why am I saying I was? Because I'm still broke. Anyways, we walk. Ne? We walk to Vits. Oh, guys, Ujwala. Ujwala Bomandi. Anyways, we walked to Vits. It was around 4ish, I think. It was around half 3 or 4. No, 4. Yeah, 4 because it was late. Pela, we were going to a party that was gonna happen later on. So we went, right? We got there. My friend texted the guy, we're here, they came to fetch us. So now when they fetch us, they tell us, okay, so since you're here, let's just go back to our friend's room. We are pre-gaming. We are pre-gaming day, right? So we go to the room. It was like, I think, 4 guys plus the guy who came to fetch us, which was my let me give that guy a name. Let me call her Gent. Yeah, I'll call him Gent. So it was like 4 friends and Gent, right? So when we got there with Gent, we found 4 guys there. They were just drinking, chilling, and everything, right? So we got there. It was the 3 of us, me, Lexi, and Pretty, right? We got there, chilled, right? The vibe was nice. The guys were just cool. So we started chatting, we started drinking. It was nice, guys. It was cool vibes, chilled vibes. But I was there to pregame, then go to the bigger party, then go to the bigger imbi. So yeah, we got there, we chilled, started chatting. So we were yeah, basically we took over the music, and because it was around about the end of Gom, let me not say end of Gom, but um the rise of Amapiano, the times of Bolisheza, Bomshovi, right? It was those times because our favorite song, like when Shove was on, they knew ukuthi we would take the dance floor, Momshove, and what was it? Okay, no, 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 not Aboshaya, but they came ngalezo inkathi lezo before Abo Baby Are You Coming? But during those times, the rise of Amapiano, right? So we there playing umshove, taking the dance floor, sijaba, sinzani, getting ready for the party, making sure that we are gonna, have fun. We went. Okay, no, 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 we went way. Anyway, so we're drinking. Now Pretty is like getting, drunk because we were drinking Tanqueray, right? So she's like getting drunk. So she's vomiting. Yeah, I feel like, okay, whatever, but I feel like in Zulu it sounds ugh. Anyways, she was vomiting. I don't know. We are trans. Anyways, she started vomiting, right? So we went to the toilet. So when we go to the toilet, that's when we get a chance to actually talk amongst each other. So we're like, hey, what time is it? It's around 6, right? 6 to 7. So when are we going to go to the party? So I'm asking Lexi, when are we going to go to the party? She's like, you know what? I'm going to ask the Gent. I'm going to ask Gent, Uguti, when are we going to go to the party, right? Because we are actually here to pre-game, then go to the party, but it doesn't seem like there's a movement there. So Pretty cleans herself up, and then we go back. So when we go back, Pretty now is hungry, right? So she says she's hungry. We tell the guys that, okay, we're hungry now. So Jen's friend is like, oh no, don't worry, we already ordered pizza. Pizza is coming, but for now, you can just eat bread and butter. Did the pizza come? Did the pizza come? So we ate bread and butter and alcohol. Tanqueray, to be specific. Like, we should have known there and there that it was gonna get hectic. We should have known that it was gonna get hectic. So we ate bread and butter, drank our Tanqueray and chilled. Pela, we're waiting for pizza, right? We chilled. Now the time is moving, guys, and more people are coming to the room, right? More people are coming to the room. There were two guys who came with the girl, right? So now I'm asking Lexi, did you ask did you ask James what's going on? And she's like, yeah, Jen said we were waiting for these people. We're gonna leave just now. Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. Since they're here, we're gonna leave. The party's about to start. I mean, that's what we're ready for, right? Good. So the people are there. They're like, okay, no, cool. We're just talking about the alcohol things. We're gonna leave. We're gonna leave. I'm like, oh, okay. So we wait. We listen to music. We listen to music, guys. We start chatting. We start dancing. We're waiting for people to decide on alcohol and everything so that we can go, right? We can go to the bigger party. I mean, we didn't come all the way from digs to Vits just to chill in someone's room. I mean, hello. Like, the girl has money. Anyways, we chilled. We are partying there. We partying. Busy going to the toilet, coming back. It's, you know what? But it wasn't like really fun. But it was like a whole, let's create a vibe so that when you go there, we already have a vibe that we have and we're gonna have fun. So yeah. Right, so the party keeps going on, ne? And then these other guys come, ne? So some guys come and they're like, hi, hi, hi. So they introduce themselves, those guys that come in the middle of the party and they start introducing themselves. Hi, I'm so and so, who I am, so and so, I'm so and so, so we introduce ourselves. And then they're like, oh, hi, we are from the party. You guys wanna go to the party? We are from the party. Oh, that party is boring, bruh. I'm like, well, it might be boring, but at least I think it could be better than this. It could be better than chilling on someone's bed. And guys, I didn't have money, but yeah. Imagine you. So I was like, okay, since the party is boring, so what do you suggest we do? They're like, nah, we can just chill here. The vibe is better here. The party is boring. Hey. Pulled Lexi aside and I'm like, you know what? We are not chilling here. Like, we are not. Like, I know maybe I was too picky or anything, but when you go somewhere and you're expecting to go to something bigger and then you find yourself stuck in a room full of strangers and you're like, okay, let me not say full of strangers, but full of people you're not comfortable with, guys, and it's getting late, so I wasn't really comfortable staying there. At least going to a party, it's better because we're just outside, we're chilling and everything, and then we can part ways after the party, because now we're getting drunk in someone's room full of guys, really. So it's like, you know what, anyways, I'm over this, girl, if you want to go, we can go. Let's see. I was like, you know what, we are leaving because petite. I wanted to give her the name Petite, but no. So Pretty was already like gone. She was like, you know what, guys, I don't even want to go to the party. Can we go? Right? So I was like, you know what? Let's go, Vele, because they say the party is boring. They're not going there. So we can't exactly go there because number one, the girls do not have transport, so we were like, you know what, it's fine, we're just gonna go back home. So Lexi is like, so let me explain first. The girl, me, Boniwe, I didn't have a Uber app because, guys, I was the brokest of the broke, like a broke. When I say broke, I mean, you know broke to the point where I went to that chillers without any cash. But I was complaining. I went there without any cash, right? And no Uber app, none whatsoever, because my phone didn't have space. I know. Let's let that sink in for a bit. I know. I know. Brokest of the broke. Lazar. Cool. So Lexi's like, you know what? Let me talk to Jade, right? Let me talk to Jade and hear what he has to say. Like, cool. So while we're chilling with Pretty, we are talking and laughing about how we are still waiting for the pizza that was ordered around 7, and now it's around 10. The pizza still hasn't arrived, mind you, and we were told that no, the pizza's coming. So I'm busy telling her that maybe that's why they told us to eat bread and butter. Like, they knew there was no pizza coming, but at least bread and butter is better when you're waiting for pizza, right? So we're just laughing, drinking, waiting for Lexi to come back with feedback, right? So she goes to talk to Jent, and then she comes back, you know. And she comes back, we're like, okay, what did Jen say? Ne? Now Jen said, okay, if you don't like the vibe, it's cool. I will request an Uber for you guys, you know, so that you can go. Right? What a gentleman Gent is. What a gentleman Gent is. A rightfully given name. Right. Hi, okay. So we're like, oh, okay. Now that Gent offered to request for us, like, I mean, you know, we're like, okay, cool. So let's start saying our goodbyes. Tell Jent that we are ready to go, you know. So she tells Jent that we are ready to go. Jent is like, okay, let me request. And then he gives us a signal. I'm done requesting, right? Mind you, it's around 10:30. Ne? It's around 10:30 because, like, the conversations were taking longer, you know, trying to convince Jent that now we want to go now. So it's 10:30 to 11, somewhere there. So Jent is like, okay, cool. I requested, ne? And then he leaves the room, right? So he requested, so it's fine, it's fine. As long as he requested, he can go wherever he wants. He leaves the room. Now we're left with these guys that we don't know, ne? So we start saying our goodbyes. Guys, we're leaving now. We're leaving now. We're leaving now. They're like, why are you leaving, guys? I know, come on. Now there was this guy who was a bit drunk. You know, there are guys who get drunk and start acting a bit violent. They start saying things. So that guy is like, hey, where are you going now? Yeah, hi man, how you guys? When uzolalala, when you room la colleague mele upstairs, Gent. Hi bo. So this guy starts showing us where we are going to sleep according to what they planned. But so it starts getting hot now. So now we are also, you know, we are leaving now. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? There's no transport now. Hey. So we're like, little does he know this, you know, little does he know. So we start saying our goodbyes. When we get to the, you know, the reason. So when we get to the gates, they need the card for us to leave. So we go back, we tell them that we need the card. Yeah, this guy, this guy was going here and like he just didn't want to give us the card. So we're busy trying to talk to him. Dude, can we have the card? He's like, yeah, I put it there. When we go there, it's not there. I put it there. Until Pretty found the card. Pretty found the card. Guys, you should have seen us. You should have seen our walk when we went to that gate, passing them with the card. We were like, you know what? We passed them, kept walking down to the gate, right? So they just looked at us. We used the card, we left, and then we left the card with the security guard. We were like, uzobanikeza, sicela ukuthi ubanikeze i-card. Hey. We left. So now we are out of the race, right? But still on campus, right? Guys, little did we know when we were catwalking, ukuthi the worst is yet to come. Guys, the worst was yet to come, I'm telling you. baba shimane. So now we're outside, ne? We're like, Lexi, call Gent and ask him where the Uber is, ne? She calls Gent. Gent is like, oh, let me check. The Uber is 3 minutes away. So we're like, 3 minutes. Cool. Did we not wait for the Uber? Did we not wait for the Uber? And now it's getting cold because it's around 11. It's getting cold. We are waiting for the Uber. We call him again. He picked up and he was like, oh yeah, the Uber says it's here. It arrived. Ne? So now because we heard that the Uber has arrived, every car that's flashing us, we are waving. We are waving. Hey, hey, we are waving. Hey guys. Hey. Oh guys, yo, guys, it's flung. Let's be to be honest, like it's flung. I understand we didn't have money. I understand Sakoma, but such cruelty, guys. Such cruelty. Like if you're watching this, gent, you are ashamed. Wasn't this flung wena? Wawuthi soyenza njani? Ngabe safa. Anyways, we're busy waving, thinking it's the Uber, and you know it's just private cars. Hi, now we're walking around campus, guys. That's when we start realizing issue bile, and we have no plan of getting home. Like we have no plan of going back to raise. Like we don't know from vet to digs all the way after Bram. That's where digs is, student digs. That's where student digs is. After Bram, we are at vets on campus at 11. That was us. Like, I'm quiet because I'm letting it sink in, guys. Put yourself in my shoes. Like, that's when you start, my hopes, ayawa. You know, you're like, okay, what am I going to do? My phone was almost off because my phone was crappy. So it was almost off. So we start walking around campus. And Pretty is like, can you please guys accompany me to the toilets? Ne? When we get to the toilets, I noticed how quiet they are because I mean it's late. So I tell the girls that we might end up sleeping here. Like we might as well prepare ourselves to sleep here, and then we'll go back to race as soon as the sun rises. Hi, Bo. Like thinking about it, like I can't believe I was in a situation where I was prepared to sleep in a public toilet. Like, what were we gonna do if a security guard came in, or someone just came in and found us sleeping there because we were drunk? Now, if we sat down and slept, we were gonna sleep. We were gonna get knocked the fuck out, right? Oh, guys, yo. I was considering that, and I was seeing it as a solid plan. But you know what? We have no choice but to sleep in these toilets. So let's prepare ourselves. The girls were like, "Ayo, no. So we continue walking around, trying to think of a plan. What are we going to do? Right? Because the ladies do not have cash. The ladies do not have an Uber app. Gent threw us to the wolves. That's what he did. I mean, he threw us to the darkness. He wanted the darkness to do whatever to us. Cool. As we were walking around, I take out my phone. Ne? I start chatting to there's a guy friend of mine that I had, right? I start chatting to him and I tell him this. I'm like, dude, do you know what's happening right now? He's like, what's up? And I'm surprised that he was up at that time, but I mean it was a Friday. I text him, I tell him, yo, so this and this and this and this and this and this happened. Yay, we are stranded in Vits. He was like, there's no way you guys are stranded. What? Nigga was laughing. He was so while we're still chatting, my phone goes off, battery. Like throughout varsity, like if I tell you my stories throughout varsity, you'd notice there's a pattern where my phone switches off like during the worst times. And this was one of the times my phone just switches off while I had a little hope that we might go back to res. Hi, so now my phone is off, and I tell the girls, hey girls, I texted my friend. I texted my friend, and he seemed like he was willing to come and rescue us. They're like, hey, Nick, let's find a charger. Let's look for a charge. We go around until we went. Like, I was like, you know what? Let's go to the security guards. We went. Well, not me. Let me not lie because I know myself. I didn't suggest that at all. Lexi suggested that we go to the security guards and ask. I was too scared to do that because I felt like, when you feel like ipara, yeah, when you feel like you feel like you're annoying people when you ask for things because you don't have, yeah, guys. So we went to the security guard, and that guy was really nice. He was like, you know what, it's cool, you're not allowed past this area. I can take your phone and charge it, and then you guys can wait for it. I was like, cool. I gave him my phone. He went to charge it. So while we're waiting, I'm like, hi, guys. This person will either go out to party or he will sleep. Like, how am I going to talk to him? I begged the security guard. So I eventually told him the whole story. We'd say, okay, so this and this and this is happening, and we actually have no plan of going back home. Can you please, He was like, okay, you can go, but only one is allowed. I went, started chatting to friend, and told him what was happening. Na 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 na. And he was like, you know what? I'm coming, guys. That's how we were saved. That's how we were saved. So he came, he fetched us, and we all went back to res that night, guys. It was when he came to fetch us. It was around 2 a.m., guys. It was the a.m.s. Like, it was so cold. I didn't have a jersey. Like, I was cold, like shaking to the point where when I got back to raise, like, it took me some time to fall asleep because, I was cold. Sababafana, guys. But let me not say that because, I mean, how can you go and meet people with no plan, with no backup plan? Anyways, that's what happened, and that's how I almost slept in the public toilet. I hope you enjoyed the story. Thank you so much for clicking. If you are still watching, it means you enjoyed the story. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you guys watching me. And yeah, thank you so much.